A friend of mine, Paul Kedrosky, is maybe unique in the world of VC as a successful venture capitalist and one of the most thoughtful, intelligent people I've ever come across. That's why he's unique in that world. Um, so he wrote an article and put it in the New York Times today. And I think he would want his article to get the biggest amount of eyeballs and earfuls as possible. So I'm just going to take a moment here to kind of summarize what he said, because I think it's really, really good and really important as we in the US contend with AI. So, first of all, he just is writing about how Americans feel more negatively about AI than any other country. And this came from a survey of 24,000 people across 30 countries. That's a big survey. Um, Interestingly, one of the easiest things is that poorer countries just feel more optimistic about AI than richer countries, just in general, because it's kind of obvious. Like they just have less to lose. If you're already just running a food cart, AI is not coming for your job. And it may bring things about in the world that are really helpful for you if you're in that situation. So that makes sense. And then he talks about how when you ask the VCs, the tech power structure, well, why is AI so negatively viewed in America? The United States. They say, well, it's because of the messaging, it's PR, it's the way the AI leadership talks about it. And if we solve that problem, the problem goes away. But he's like, that's not actually the problem. He said that the problem has more to do with the part of the economy you're in as a wealthier country. So the US middle class, as well as middle classes in Europe and Canada, they do generally view AI more negatively, and the US especially. And they view AI more negatively because we just have so much to lose. It is doing the jobs that put people in these countries into the middle class. And these countries are also sort of suffering middle class pressure around prices and cost of living, especially in the US. But within this band of richer countries, there are a few countries that don't view AI as negatively as others. So, two examples are Norway and Germany. Interestingly, with those countries, um, unemployment, the safety net there is just better than in the United States. It's unemployment is viewed more as a temporary setback, and they kind of keep through the unemployment insurance system in those countries. They'll keep paying you about 2/3 of your salary for a very extended period of time while you're unemployed, enabling you to outlast a recession, for example. So you're all set. You just have to keep looking for a job and you keep getting paid 2/3 of your salary until you get one. In the United States, it's state by state, it's way less than 2/3 of your previous salary, and it goes away quickly. You typically, if you're unemployed in the United States, are going to run out of unemployment benefits. Add to that one other thing, which is why is the US particularly negative about it? It's because job loss is even more severe here in the United States. In other countries, you lose your job, you lose your wages. In the United States, you lose your job, you lose your wages and your health care. The fact that healthcare is tied to employment in the United States means that it is catastrophic when people lose their jobs. So anything that threatens to create job loss is going to be viewed very negatively by a country whose workers are at extreme risk when they lose their jobs. They could lose everything financially. So that's the reason. That's why Americans hate AI. You figure out how to solve that problem, and Americans' view of AI will increase. It's just that simple. There's the political will is there to fix that problem anyway. People don't like the fact that losing your jobs means you could end up destitute and your entire family could. Nobody likes that in this country. We don't need to be socialist. I know that's a scary word. I'm not saying that that's what we need, but we do need a better safety net. And if you're in tech and you're interested in keeping a free and open market around AI, then you have to solve this problem. The two are inextricable. It is not a PR solve. We don't just need to tell people about all the benefits of AI in the future to have them turn. they have to feel like they're not going to lose everything if they lose their jobs. So thank you, Paul, for writing that. It's wonderfully written. Go read it in the New York Times because he says it better than I could. But yeah, I loved it.